Have you ever noticed that throughout history, true power often shows itself not in armies or crowns, but in the quiet courage of individuals who dare to believe? The Bible doesn't only tell the stories of kings and prophets. It also lifts up women who changed the world with their faith, their wisdom, and their resilience. Today, let's journey through the lives of some of the most powerful women in the Bible. Their stories carry timeless lessons for us all. Whether you're a student, a leader, a parent, or simply someone searching for hope. Deborah, the fearless leader, Judges 4-5. In ancient Israel, chaos and fear spread as enemies pressed hard against the people. While many leaders hesitated, one woman rose with wisdom and authority, Deborah. She wasn't just a prophetess, she was a judge, a leader in a time when women were rarely given such roles. When the commander Barak hesitated to face the enemy, Deborah stood strong. She said, "Go. Has not the Lord gone ahead of you?" Her courage stirred an entire army to victory. Moral lesson, Deborah reminds us that leadership is not about titles or gender. It's about faith, courage, and the willingness to step forward when others step back. Leadership flows from conviction, not from position. Esther, the brave queen, Book of Esther, chapters 1-10. Now imagine Esther, a young Jewish woman, taken into the palace of a foreign king. She could have lived in comfort, hidden her identity, and stayed silent. But when a plot threatened her people with destruction, Esther chose courage. She fasted, prayed, and then risked her life by approaching the king without being summoned, an action that could have cost her everything. But her boldness saved her people from annihilation. Moral lesson. Esther teaches us that courage often means using our influence, not for ourselves, but for others. Sometimes the greatest power is speaking up, even when your voice shakes. Ruth, the loyal friend, Book of Ruth, chapters 1-4. Ruth's story is quieter but deeply moving. After the death of her husband, she had every reason to return home and rebuild her life, yet she chose loyalty over convenience. To her grieving mother-in-law Naomi, Ruth said, "Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." This decision of love and faithfulness led Ruth into a new chapter, marrying Boaz, becoming the great-grandmother of King David, and part of the lineage of Jesus Christ himself. Moral lesson. Ruth shows us the power of loyalty and kindness. Faithfulness in the small things can open doors to legacies beyond our imagination. Love and humility leave a lasting mark on generations. Hannah, the woman of prayer, 1 Samuel 1-2. Let's not forget Hannah, a woman who longed for a child. In her deep sorrow, she turned not to bitterness but to prayer. She poured out her heart before God, and in time, her son Samuel was born, one of Israel's greatest prophets. Hannah's strength was not in weapons or wealth, but in persistence and faith. She dedicated Samuel back to God, and through him, a nation was guided. Hannah reminds us of the power of prayer and surrender. Sometimes our greatest strength is found on our knees, trusting God when answers seem delayed. Mary, the chosen mother, Luke 1:26-38. Luke 2:1-20. And then there's Mary, a young woman from a small village, visited by an angel with impossible news. She would bear the Son of God. Her response? "Let it be unto me according to your word." Mary's strength was in her surrender, her willingness to trust a divine plan she couldn't fully see. Through her, salvation entered the world. Mary teaches us that true greatness often comes through humility and obedience. Saying yes to God can change not just your life, but the world. Mary Magdalene, the first witness, John 20:1-18. Mark 16:9-11. Mary Magdalene's life was transformed when Jesus healed her. From that moment on, she followed him faithfully. And when the darkest day came, when Jesus was crucified, she remained close. But her story didn't end in grief. On resurrection morning, Mary Magdalene became the first witness of the risen Christ. She ran with joy to tell the disciples, carrying the most powerful news in history. Mary Magdalene reminds us that God often chooses the unexpected. No past is too broken for God to use. Faithful devotion can turn sorrow into hope and despair into purpose. Deborah, Esther, Ruth, Hannah, Mary Magdalene. These women didn't all have wealth or titles. Some were queens, others widows. Some were mothers, others unlikely leaders. But what they shared was faith, courage, and a willingness to rise in the moment when it mattered most. Their legacy tells us this. Like Deborah, you can lead with wisdom and courage. Like Esther, you can be brave enough to stand for others. Like Ruth, you can leave a legacy through loyalty and love. Like Hannah, You can find strength through prayer and surrender. Like Mary, you can trust God's plan even when it feels impossible. And like Mary Magdalene, you can carry the message of hope to a broken world. So wherever you are, whatever challenges you face, remember, power is not about position. It's about faith. It's about love. It's about courage in the face of fear. The same God who worked through these women still works today, and he can work through you.